Strategy is day one stuff. I started wrestling when I was 4 years old, and the first thing that they teach you in the Wells wrestling room, at least, is the single leg takedown. It's just like working stuff from your feet. But strategy is a huge part of this game. A lot people really think it's all about strength and all about just like muscling people around. I would say strength plays a good role in it, but I'd say strategy is a good 70–80%. You got to know what you're doing. You got to take the time to actually practice the moves that you want to hit in the match. It's really a lot what you're comfortable with, because you learn like all these moves in practice, but there's really only a select few that you'll actually feel confident enough to hit in the match. And whether that is like that's because like you got long arms, you want to lock up a cradle, or like you're short and strong, you want to throw somebody. Like it can be body type, but it also could just be like what you practice most, what you like the best. You have to get time on the mat. The biggest thing is experience and getting the time in those matches so you know what you want to hit when you actually go out to wrestle.
I would say I definitely try to go out and I want to get into like my shots quick so I can get on top, because that's why I really dominate on top for sure, with like just power moves that I can use on top to pin the kid. And that's most of my game. Yeah, for sure. A lot of times we usually practice things in practice, and then when we go out to maybe on like Wednesday duels, we usually have duels on Wednesday against two other teams. Usually Coach Ian and Labby will kind of push us to try some of the new moves we learned in practice over those days. So that definitely helps with like developing new strategy.
Geez, probably strategy was taught to me when I was like 7 or 8. I think it's one of the most important things to know. You got to come out with like a mindset. You got to know what you want to do. You got to know basically your wrestler before you even wrestle them, and you got to know like what they're going to do, how to do it, and stuff like that. So I think strategy is extremely important while going out onto the mat. Well, to be honest, there's a lot. First and foremost, I need to work a lot on moving on my feet. That's one of the strategies I'm trying to work on a lot. I'm not getting there. The second one is also just mindset. I'm trying to lock down on my mindset, because when you're going down on in that mat, you're fighting for your life out there. So you have to have the right mindset. And usually I'm coming out too aggressive and kind of too stressed out, and I need to come out with a smile on my face and be really relaxed.
Definitely getting ready for big matches, like going into states and stuff, knowing who I had first round. There's a lot of research. You can look on Flow and stuff. You can watch their matches. You know who they are. You got to learn how they wrestle and not change your style, but adapt to their style. Know what they're going to do, know how to defend it, and know how to attack from it. It took me a really long time. I wrestled since 3rd grade, and I'd say my style finally clicked sophomore year when I won states. Freshman year was a tough one. It was going in as a freshman mentally, and I just didn't know if I wanted to be defensive or offensive. And I found out that usually my offense is my defense. If I just keep attacking and wrestle smart, give up no points, 1, not 2, stuff like that.